I'll give you the clap.
That'll work. No. That's how we're starting this. Do the intro. Go.
Oh man, you're supposed to do all this.
Nah, you're back. This is your job, man. Fuck out of here.
Well, since I can't hand it off to my friends, welcome back everybody to the For the Geeks podcast. Today is a special day. Today is the very last day of the year, and somebody wanted to do it on the very last day of the year and didn't think that another time around the end of the year deserved to be the last episode, but it's okay. Because we're all here together, hanging out, having fun. I am your host, Jonathan Miranda. Joining me today is my cousin, Chris Seeger.
What's up?
And one of our other good friends that I haven't seen in a long ass time, Mr. Boss.
Yeah, it's been a while. What's up, man?
How's everything going? How's life? And I know we literally just went through this. It's just for the sake of continuity in the show, we have to go this way.
You act like there was some kind of preparation involved or something. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, man. So I don't know how long it's been. I can't actually remember last time I've seen you. Do you?
I want to say it was somewhere around the time we filmed that Star Wars video.
There's a lot of those.
There was maybe like a party or something after that where we all hung out, maybe like once or twice, but I cannot recall any time since then. So it's been like I don't know,
maybe like a
almost
decade.
almost 10 years.
Shit.
Maybe like 7-8 years. Because that video's not that old.
No.
Yeah, I think what was it? The very last one where the culmination of it where like Seeger was fighting you.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that probably was, yeah.
that was like that wasn't 2011 because that was with me versus EJ. I think it was before that. It was like 2010 or 2009, one of those years. Fucking A.
I don't know, 2010.
Before I went to San Francisco. Yeah.
San Francisco.
Yeah, that's when we recorded it.
That makes sense. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, what are you drinking? Because I'll go pour a drink right now.
I saw Ryan was drinking whiskey because he drinks whiskey. And so I decided to just drink some the Espolon, which is terrible. That shit is terrible.
Yeah, you know what? I'll wake up to something. Well, it's not terrible, but
I'm still partially
back of
high,
my
so
room.
that's my contribution. Fucking A.
I have my new whiskey glass, so I'll drink some whiskey.
Oh, nice.
So when did you get high?
Last night. No, last night I ate an edible. I ate too much, so it rolled over to today. That's been happening a lot lately. I need to control the intake more.
How much of an edible have you been drinking? I mean, eating.
What? You don't drink?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can drink edibles.
You can't. Yeah, but you can't drink these edibles. Okay?
I mean,
Unless
technically, if you
blend
melt them down and blend it up, you could drink it.
But shut up. So anyway, what was the question?
I asked.
Why are you still high?
Oh,
Yeah.
because the residual effects of having too much carries over to the next day. Like, I noticed this when I got in my truck and I wanted to get coffee. I was like, how am I going to get there? Yeah, so it rolled over. This is usually gone by about 2 o'clock.
Oh, very cool, man.
Sounds like you've been enjoying the greater things in life. So,
Yeah, man.
did you get any like weed gifts for Christmas? Seriously?
No, just for myself. I just bought them.
You have a dispensary, or do you like?
Yeah, there's a dispensary down the road. I usually spend like 50, no, the
Be
most
honest, we
most
all know
I
it's
spent was
expensive now.
$90, but that was for like I had enough gummies that would last me 3 months at that point. Like right now, I spent $50, so I'll be good for about 2 months or so.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
And so wait a minute. So, you spend $50 on gummies. That's gonna last you for 2 months.
Yeah.
And you get weed effects that last the entire day still.
Yeah, because I only take it once a day, so the tolerance is like it just resets quickly. Yeah, I don't eat as much as other people.
Somewhere in there, the allocation of what you eat, you must be like fractions.
Fractions on the dot,
Not
dude.
even the most.
No tolerance buildup.
No, the most. I don't care about that. I need to sleep. That's why I do it. But the most I ever had was 50 milligrams. Like the one I gave Simon at the Christmas exchange. That one was 50 milligrams. That'll knock you on your ass.
You should have ate the whole thing.
No. I did it with a. It came in a box of 4. I already ate 3 beforehand, and I gave Simon the last one because he wanted a big edible.
Oh, I'm so proud of you eating big edibles.
Yeah. At least I'm not like my other uncle. It takes him 100 milligrams just to feel something because he does it all day long. He just smokes it at work.
I mean, that's the dream, man. Get high all day and just do work. Fuck yeah.
I can't focus like that, man. I'm loopy.
Because you don't have a tolerance, duh.
Shut up. Okay, whatever. I'm not the expert here. Y'all are.
You're the only person I've ever met who microdoses weed.
Yeah,
I do
right?
not. What the
Yes, you do.
Not a micro.
Cheers, gentlemen.
I don't
Happy
have it
New Year's.
fucking here.
Before we get really deep into these conversations,
yeah.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Thank you.
If you didn't know, this is the For the Geeks podcast, where typically every week, we get together to talk about some shit that's on our minds, and we have no idea what that is. This is the least scripted podcast you can possibly think of, apparently.
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in. If you want to follow us on our socials, you can get to us at For the Geeks with 2 S's on both Twitter, which is dying apparently, and Instagram. You can find us on YouTube now with our brand new handle that came at For the Geeks Podcast. Is that what we put?
We put podcast.
That's what we put?
Yep.
Yeah. I have been missing for 2 months. You guys saw me 1 episode ago, but I've still been like MIA because of work. But I'm back, so we'll figure out this recording schedule some way, one way or another, and make sure that episodes start coming out like normal, as was planned.
Yeah. Shut up.
And then just type in all the For the Geeks things that you can find on YouTube. Just subscribe to all of them, and eventually you'll find this.
Exactly. There's actually quite a few, which is strange. I swear to God, we went through this and we went through looking for like names and trying to figure out which one was least taken. And I swear at one point when we figured this was the least taken one.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's some dude with like 900 subscribers teaching people how to fix computer shit. And I'm just like,
or like code. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You're not a fucking geek. You're just a nerd.
it's a debate for another day.
It
but
is.
First, cheers, Mr. Boss.
Again. Okay.
Tink. You should have a drink too, Sniffles.
I already did. I'm going to pee it out in about 30 minutes. Yeah.
On camera?
No, I have to go that way because the bathroom's over there.
In front of the camera.
No,
that's one hell of a show right there.
This isn't OnlyFans.
That would change the rating. They have YouTube ratings that would change the rating.
I mean, technically we have a Patreon, so if you record it and we happen to sell it later, that's
not how this works. That's never going to work that way. I'm not that desperate.
Oh man. So what have you guys been up to? What have you guys been up to this holiday season? Mr. Boss, what have you been up to? I hear you're back in LA for a little bit.
I've been trying to actually, I don't have a 20-hour work week, but my day is usually about 16 hours out because when I go across for the border, it takes 4.5 hours to get just across.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I've seen those videos. It looks like a big pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah. And it's weird because it's like during the holiday time, like I came through and it was just like super fast. So I'm like, are the guards just like letting like easier during the holidays? Like, oh fuck it.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, just go on through, fuck it. And then they're like just like on the regular days, they're just like, nah, we're gonna fuck these guys. Like,
fuck your day.
It's like passive deterrence, you know. It's like we're gonna make them wait so long. They don't want to smuggle those drugs. So yeah, I'll wake up at like 4 a.m, and then so that way I can be to work on time at 9. And then when I get off at 5:30, I come back and then I'm home like around 7:30. So I'm usually tired, or I would go straight to sleep. But out here, since I have the weekend off, I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but currently I'm catching up on Bleach because that just
Oh,
came
nice.
out.
Yeah.
It. So
Heard
I read the manga, so
Oh, nice.
yeah.
That's good.
I watched
That's
it.
cool. Um, stereotypical question of like all time, the most like obvious question that anyone would ask coming onto a show like this, but every time we have a new guest, we always have to ask them what their favorite game is. So I'm going to entice you with the question: what is your favorite game of all time? What is one game you'll always go back to no matter what?
Always go back to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess it's two different things because my favorite game I probably wouldn't play now because it's dated.
Interesting.
I would say I was a big Sony fan in the past, but
That's
I
true.
think probably like Pokemon actually,
Simple.
like Pokemon, like Pokemon Red or something.
Oh
'Cause
wow, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I was
Not
like a
even-
little kid.
Yeah. I was gonna say not even like Fire Red or Leaf Green, like not even like reboots or remakes.
Actually, you know what? No. No, the second generation.
Silver, gold, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
crystal. Oh, okay.
You know what? So, okay, yeah.
Mr. Trebek, final answer.
What is it?
I'm gonna go with Pokemon Crystal, and I will say that because
Okay.
not when I first played it, I was never an RPG fan. Or it isn't like it's not an open world game, but like, yeah, there's like a linear path. You can do
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but all
linear.
kind of telling.
Yeah.
Open world.
But yeah, I never really played a game. One that you could play with friends,
hmm
Right.
because online stuff was still non-existent then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the most part. I mean, the Dreamcast was out. I didn't have a Dreamcast, but and the PS2 wasn't out yet.
No. It was Dreamcast first. I remember I had the Dreamcast.
Lucky fuck.
And that giant fucking box you had to put on the back of it just so it would have internet.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was like a router on the back of the.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so maybe just from like the nostalgia, because I got to like play with friends, and then like it had you could catch all the Pokemon. It had the extra back end story where you could play the original game basically.
Yeah.
And then I was a huge Pokemon fan at the time. I wish I kept those booster boxes because I'd be rich. But
Oh man, don't
Right.
even remind me.
I still have mine somewhere. Fuck.
so yeah, I'm gonna say Pokemon Crystal.
Pokemon.
Nice. That's a good one. Pokemon Crystal is one I don't hear enough of. Honestly.
This dude loves Pokemon so much. He's part of the other people, like Ryan and them, John, that every day at lunch, like senior year, they would just be in the lunch area on their DSs and fucking battling.
Yeah, dude, I do that shit
hilarious.
now.
Either that
Do
or
you
play
have-
Smash Brothers. One of the two.
Knowing that you love a Pokemon game that much, I have to ask, do you have Scarlet or Violet?
No, but I thought it was hilarious the way that they basically like released the game. Like, of course, they basically released the game
Yeah.
on the day and just gave like people enough of like something to be able to pay for. That was insane. That was the funniest shit I saw. That was.
I will admit it has problems, but I do like it a lot. So, just from my personal experience, I think it's not too bad. I'm having too much fun with it. I have to find reasons to put it down so I can go play God of War Ragnarok, which is the strangest thing I would ever think I would hear myself say.
Yeah, apparently the franchise has gotten insane now. Like it's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they
so
could-
insane.
Yeah.
Lots.
I remember I played I think it was like God of War 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still very side scrolling? Because I know
No.
there's
No.
It's
no.
like-
It's fucking
It's all
awesome.
it's all one shot camera behind the shoulder. What do you call it? It's more along the line of like an actual tactical action game, I guess you could say.
It's like a RE3, Resident Evil 3 kind of thing. Or Resident Evil 4, sorry, where it's like the over the shoulder.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 over the shoulder, but more like unforgiving combat, like a Souls kind of game.
Yeah, you got to think in combat.
Oh, so
Combat is challenging,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
say.
I think a lot of games are taking over the Dark Souls ethic, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna make
See-
this fucking hard, but you want to play it.
Yes, exactly.
People
I mean,
want a
hey,
challenge.
it's a good formula. A lot of gamers do love a challenge. Some, when
They all
I went through
nuts.
Pokemon and I only lost like once. I
Wow.
lost like once in the whole game. And it was like to some psychic gym leader because most of my Pokemon were dark types. So like having difficulty makes games more fun to an extent, obviously. Like not everyone's going to be jumping into Elden Ring and being like, I want to fucking cry.
Yep.
Today's the day I cry.
That game. Nope.
But
I guess
But,
if a game is like speed run, or like they have a YouTube video talking about like, oh, I'm gonna do it on this like Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that game's probably.
I kind of want to do a Nuzlocke challenge for Scarlet or for Violet. I feel like that would be really fun. I know freaking Nintendo hates it for some fucking reason, but
What is that?
I don't know if it's everything that you. It's all things that are not approved.
yeah, seriously. A Nuzlocke challenge, Sniffles, is basically where you start the game and you go through new areas. When you get to a new area, you can only catch one Pokemon, and it's typically the first one you find.
Okay.
It depends on what rule set you're playing or whatever, but
So,
most of the rules are like the first Pokemon you find is the first Pokemon you catch. And that's the one you got to keep for the rest of the game.
It's one of these video game
And if it dies, it's dead.
challenge.
That shit gets mauled.
Oh, okay.
It goes to the PC, never to be seen again in its graveyard.
Okay.
So basically, you got to one-shot everything.
Yeah. No,
Or
I
get
that.
one shot and then start all over. It
That reminds
sucks.
me of like the first time I heard about video game challenges like that from like the fans or whatever. It was Final Fantasy X. They would have like no sphere grid runs, meaning you can't upgrade your character the entire game. But it's possible to beat it that way. You use Riku's overdrive once you get her, and you just. But most of the time you're dying a lot because you have like less than 1,000 HP or whatever because you're not using the sphere grid. So okay, I guess it's along the same lines as that as player challenges. That's cool.
Yeah. Everyone's got a player-made challenge in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Most games, it's like, or in Elden Ring games, it's complete the game without dying or without getting hit.
Like that one guy, I don't know his name, the famous player that's always like half naked and fighting.
Let me solo her.
Yeah, there you go. That thing, that whole meme.
Good times.
I like half naked, so just at the top level.
Yeah, like they have a mask on. The rest of the body's just underwear, and then they just go solo the boss, and they don't die, which is incredible because they're able just to avoid all the attacks.
I have heard of Lemmy Solar.
Yeah.
See?
Kill Melania like 1,000 times in the first like few weeks of Elden Ring or some bullshit.
Fucking world record there. Shit. For video
Those
games.
people, they make it so much like, what is it? What was it in like God of War Mobile or some game or something like that, where like people spent so much money to get so good that it broke the game and they couldn't play anybody.
Oh, Diablo Immortal?
Diablo Immortal. Yeah, that stupid game.
We don't talk about Diablo Immortal in this household.
No.
We don't think of it as a game or an entry in the series. We just pretend it doesn't exist and wait for Diablo 4 like good little boys and girls.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, you said that you wouldn't play your favorite game because it was dated. So now I have to know because I'm interested in what your favorite game was.
Was?
Yeah.
Oh, like in general?
Yeah, what your original answer was going to be.
Okay, so this is coming from somebody who doesn't play a ton of games. But I was always just like the fighting game. I just really like those games more than anything. Mainly because like when I was a kid, I just went outside a lot. So,
I knew what grass felt like. Don't.
I mean, we all did in the 90s. Yeah.
yeah, because we were all at different times. Like, there wasn't anything to like keep your attention besides video games or television.
Yeah.
But,
And your
Yeah.
parents would be like, get the
Don't
fuck
get
out.
lost.
Yeah.
Come back when the sun's down or something.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Less worry.
Lights come on. It's time to go home.
Yeah, parents didn't give a fuck about you as long as you came.
No.
As long as you were alive, they didn't care what condition you came back in through the door.
Yeah, because they weren't gonna call you. There was no one to call you. They
Yeah.
weren't gonna find you. They
Yeah.
damn sure wasn't gonna get up to walk down the block.
Yeah,
No, they were
They're
not.
not gonna watch you. They're like, you got better shit to do.
Only time they're coming for you is if you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like playing games that I could pretty much like just get over with quickly.
Mhm.
And
good reason.
so I played a lot of Tekken. I would say Tekken 3 is my favorite
Ooh.
game. And I would still play.
Great
Classic.
game. Hell yeah.
Like the replay value is still crazy, and then it's,
Oh, yeah.
like it's so intuitive still even now. Like it just
Oh yeah.
they spend so much time on just different fighting styles for each character. It's before the story got ridiculous.
Yeah. Before it got Japanified.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised
I
there are mech warriors in it. Like they
Yeah.
are for the fucking
Jack.
and Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say, Tekken 3 is around the time in the story where shit just starts getting kind of wild. Everything else was kind of normal and fine up until Tekken 3, and then Tekken 3 is where it starts getting like, okay, and then Tekken 4, 5, and 6 subsequently became stranger and stranger and
It's a
stranger.
fucking anime. It's just this is weird.
They kept getting stronger, and it's like, and then
Yep.
like fucking Heihachi's dad is alive all of a sudden. Like, come on.
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. What the fuck?
So, yeah.
Apparently, he's gonna be back in Tekken 8
Oh my
as
god.
true canon now, like real like canon or something. But I don't know anything yet.
Wow.
The only thing that I was cool with was bringing June back because I
Yeah.
thought it was a long time. I like they just ambiguous disappearance. So I was like, oh, her back because like she seems integral to the story. She's like the fucking mom.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, everything else is just like ass pulls.
That's one way to put it.
So what? Now it's Heihachi's wife, which they did mention like briefly, like in a pamphlet in like Tekken 2, but
Yeah.
it's like, oh, well, now she's here and she's fucking crazy. So
She's crazy too. Who would have thought?
yeah, who would have thought that happened? So yeah,
To be fair, anyone that creates a child like Kazuya deserves to be crazy. Like they get a free pass on being crazy.
that's true. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
definitely.
nice, interesting. When you said dated, I expected something like Street Fighter 1 or something. I was like, damn, we're going back. As soon as you said fighting games, I was like, all in my brain thinking, what's the worst dated fighting game I can think of right now?
The first Street Fighter.
Oh, probably like all the iterations of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Hybrid.
That. Oh my god.
To be fair, Street Fighter 2 holds a special place in the community's heart, and I still like playing it every once in a while. But I won't go back to it just to go back to it.
Yeah.
I think-
Oh, go on.
I was just saying, I think my favorite one was Third Strike,
Oh yeah.
but then I think overall the like fan favorite from the community where everyone's just like this was the peak performance for Street Fighter was like Alpha 2, I think.
That's the first one I played ever. That was my introduction, and it was great. It was fun.
Yeah, Alpha series is weird.
I remember 3 for PlayStation, and that was like, for some reason, like I just remember seeing that and getting that at a Sam Goody, which nobody.
Wow.
knows who that is.
Holy shit. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah,
Does that make me old? Do I get a veterans discount now or something?
I wish.
people are gonna be like, "Is that like a general store?" But yeah, and I was like, "Oh," because they had like a huge poster, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this has got to be awesome." I was really big in like the SNK series and all that shit, like the Versus series. Like I thought that was like a cool little umbrella of games. So I played like a bunch of that shit.
Nice. Speaking of games with really fucking like Japanified stories, King of Fighters.
Oh yeah,
The King of Fighters story is nuts, dude. That shit is confusing as fuck to follow. If anyone can come on and explain this story to the rest of us, I would greatly appreciate that because I have a bank of knowledge of what happens in King of Fighter and I have absolutely no idea what's going on in it.
that's one of those things where you need like a simple history of, and it lasts like an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude. That's a whole ass podcast of explaining what the fuck happened here. Good guy's a good guy, but then becomes a bad guy, but then becomes a good bad guy, and then becomes a good guy again. While the bad guy becomes the bad guy, and then an even worse guy. But then he was mind controlled like Knuckles, so now he's a good guy. But then he decides to be a bad guy again, and it just doesn't make sense.
That's a terrible story.
It's weird. I don't know, man. It's like a fucking It's the precursor of fighting anime games when they only did focus on the story. That's no shade. King of Fighters was apparently a very good fighting game. I just was never good at it. All the Mexican cats over like the arcades that I would go to loved it because SNK was everywhere there. Like they grew up with SNK fighting games, so they were just gods at it. And I was just like, I'll stick with Street Fighter. I'm fine.
What was the last series for that? Like years ago, right? Like,
King of Fighter, they just released a new one last year.
There's a new one.
King of Fighters 15.
15.
That one is a lot better than 14. I'll say that much. 14, I did not like that much. I think my favorite one was 11. No, it was 13. Yeah. I think 13 was my favorite King of Fighters. It was the best one in terms of combat and like depth to combo systems, team builds, and on top of that, like just the animation style of it. It was in that point where they were getting to like super fine, like HDified anime graphics. And they hadn't gone like to a full like 3D or 2.5D, whatever it is. So like it was like peak performance for SNK, I think.
very smooth.
Oh, so smooth. It was like one of the smoothest fighting games I've ever played.
I've never played any of them.
You should. They're pretty fun.
I lost my interest in fighting games the minute you and I stopped going to arcades and shit back in the day. We did that for like 2 months. And I got really into it and then just fell off.
You can blame corporations for that.
Why?
We had a beautiful... I don't know.
What the fuck?
If any chance I get to blame corporate America, I'm going to blame it. What the fuck?
You can blame the one that said that.
They saw we were having fun at arcades and they said, fuck those guys. Buying out the whole business block. I don't care about the small stores in there.
I don't know what happened.
We're not making profits a quarter at a time here.
Oh man. So what else is new? What's up with you, Sniffles?
I'm trying to think. Hold on. Anything new since the last? Well, I got a bunch of shit for myself for Christmas. There's that.
So did I.
This new microphone, $90 spent on a Power Ranger figure. Shut up. It's worth it. Base price is like $25, but because Jason died, they scalped the price, which I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it because it'll just keep rising.
Bro, I want to buy a $150 Shibari figurine. Like, I don't understand where you're getting off at it. Don't make fun of me for the $90.
Because the scalping, it's a $25 figure priced at $90 because the person it's based on is dead, which I fucking hate. Like,
are you happy with your purchase?
Well, yeah, it's cool. This is what I wanted originally, but like, for example, like episode 3 Black Series of Anakin. That cost $212. Like, if you're going to spend over $100 on a 6-inch figure that isn't super top quality, which is this, then you're crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I'd rather spend more than $100 on like a Hot Toys figure because that's like photoreal and shit. But for these, I just needed these for posing and whatever because they're cheap and affordable.
Why are the toys hot?
That's the name of the company. Shut the fuck up.
What trunk did you get them out of? Or
wow.
Or on the second end, what are you doing with the toys?
I pulled it out of my ass cheek. That's what happened. No. Photography.
Show the camera.
No,
show the
okay.
camera.
No.
Is it
what, the
white or-
toy?
Show everyone what you got. Yes.
Okay. Hold on.
What did you wanted us to you wanted to show the camera your anus? What? What did you think I was asking here?
What the fuck? Yeah, my ass. See, look, it's this.
Oh, it's the White Ranger.
The White Ranger, but it's part of the Lightning collection and whatnot. So
no idea what that is.
It's a line. Like there's the Lightning collection, and then there's like the metallic Lightning collection, which is, you see the colors here. These are just normal. They're just they're flat. Metallic is like it's more it's shinier, but like no one fucking cares about those figures because that's not what they wear in the TV show.
Are they limited edition?
These are now.
Well, You know what I
Not
mean?
originally. No,
Are
no,
the
no.
metallics limited edition?
No, they're
Really?
they're cheaper than this fucking figure.
Excuse me.
Like nobody scalped those. But yeah,
You could have
that's-
been the first.
No, that's okay. What else did I fucking get for Christmas? A Cad Bane figure, which I'm not going to pull out because it's in my figure chest, and I'm not going to go through that.
So you do have a toy chest.
I do. There's like 30 in there. I didn't say I didn't. And then I bought like 4 more for Christmas for myself that are coming through Amazon. And then, yeah, I got a cool T-shirt, which is in the laundry, that just says, "Hi, I don't care. Thanks." It's a great T-shirt.
I did see that you got that, and I thought it was the most cliche gift I've ever seen in my life.
It's awesome. My mom gave it to me, so.
It looked.
Antisocial social club.
Oh, yeah. Someone at work.
Yeah,
wears
that's true.
that. It's funny. And then I have.
There are variants of that shirt that I have wanted to get, but I just haven't found them yet.
And then my aunt made this at her Etsy store.
Oh, that's nice.
Sorry, busy streaming later. Even though I'm not going to drink out of this because I have a bigger mug, but still.
That's rude. I bought people coffee mugs for
not
Christmas, and I would have been very sad if they didn't use them.
Well, what do you do with a gift that you don't want to use or whatever? You just want to look at it or toss it. You do that.
I don't look at them. I use at least everything I've been given, at least for a week.
So if I gave you a dildo, you'd use it?
Yeah.
At least
There is nothing illegal about throwing dildos at people.
Oh, okay.
or just like whipping them to the wall. And having
Exactly.
See,
Exactly.
now
Get me the suction cup one, and I'll just pop right on a wall somewhere in the middle of somewhere public, and I'll record the rest of it. I'll see what people do.
just do it like
I'll go super early.
Do it at Target. Just throw it at the
Right on the like
Bullseye.
forehead of the mannequin.
or that. Yeah. Remember I was talking about coffee earlier? Yeah, it's coming out. I gotta go. BRB.
What the hell? Oh, I guess he had to use the restroom. So I guess the FCC decided to blur out his whole camera. So I guess that's happening.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you said you've been watching the new Bleach stuff too.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying that?
I've always been a fan of just the animation, the fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's as bloody as I remember. It's as dark as it needs to be. And the manga, like when I read that shit, it was like fucking years ago. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
catch up. And yeah, I mean, the ending was people had reservations about it, and I do get the kind of because like in a hero story, the hero gets stronger.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like a lot of revelations and
Mhm.
you have to pull back from like, oh well, it's kind of like retcons,
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
So, I'm not always a fan of things with too many retcons.
Bleach.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
It's like, oh, this is all of a sudden the reason why he's this, but
Yeah.
I
What
mean,
episode are you on?
so in terms of watching the show, I'm in the first season. I'm right after the first invasion of the Heretic.
Oh, you started from the beginning. Okay.
No,
That's
no,
a
no,
classic choice.
No. The first invasion by the Wandenreich.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, never mind. Okay, you're talking about 1,000 Year. Okay, I thought you were rewatching it like Jose was. All right.
No. So yeah, I'm like right after the first like bloodbath, and like yeah, it's just great. So far.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Wait till you get episode blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say anything.
Wow.
I'm not gonna spoil it. He's gonna love it when he gets there. Whatever
watch
the
all of it?
episode is, huh?
Did you watch it all?
I'm on episode. Well, the dub is on episode 10, so there's 2 more weeks, and then I need to watch the trailer for the second part of the season that comes out in July, I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that they're releasing it at 12 blocks at a time. It gives them more time to work on each arc or whatever in this final saga and whatnot.
Some could say they stole the idea from Attack on Titan, but who knows?
Who knows? I have no idea.
I need to catch back up on that. Apparently, that got really fucking weird.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna wait
Oh
until
yeah.
it's all done for the last season, then I'll watch it.
Yeah, the fucking last season that got split up into 3 parts. Fucking
Like
dumb.
The Hobbit.
Harry Potter.
Oh god. Here you go, guys. Here's the end of the story. By the way, this is the first part of it.
I don't want to say too much about Attack on Titan, but I heard like some things and I read some things, and it seems stupid. Because the manga's over, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Manga
Yeah.
is over.
It seems stupid, but like just Aaron's fate. But yeah, I still want to watch it, and I still want to. I should read it actually, but
Yeah. Go back and read it. Honestly, I think it's definitely worth the read for sure. If you enjoy reading manga, definitely go back and read that. Because it's short. It's like 180 chapters or something like that. 190.
yeah,
Something
really,
short.
it's like 40 pages. So like,
Yeah, that's true.
so yeah.
You okay there? Choking on a blue dildo or what?
It's rock candy. The best candy. Pure sugar.
I mean, whatever you want to call it, man.
It is. Look, man. The fuck?
For everyone watching this video through a podcast, he held up a blue dildo. I just want to make that very clear.
It's rock candy. You idiot.
Hey man, you were talking about cocaine earlier. That's meth.
This is not that.
That is meth.
Yeah.
That's that blue. What was it? El Azul.
Yeah, that's that Walter White. Right there.
98%.
Yeah,
You
that
are-
Walter White.
That's another show. I need to finish. I'm waiting for Better Call Saul season 6 to get on
I need to
Netflix,
start that shit.
Oh wow.
After Peaky
so I can watch that shit. 'Cause that shit is better than Breaking Bad.
Supposedly, that's what I hear. But I was just like, I can't. I don't believe it. I
don't
can't
believe that
believe that
either.
it's that much better.
Impossible.
So I have to wait. And once that final season comes out, I'll probably binge it with Patty. That way we can both watch it and get into it. Because when I got her into Breaking Bad, she loved it and she just couldn't stop watching it. So Better Call Saul seems like another one of those. There's 6 seasons. There's a whole bunch of episodes. They're long as shit. So
Yeah.
good binge-worthy kind of like TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't really even start off slow, so it's like you get right into it.
Yeah, I watched the first. I think back when I want to say like season 4 when people were like really clamoring about it. I started watching it then, and I watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes. Just basically up to where he meets Tuco and goes in the house, and that's about it. After that, I kind of fell off.
Okay, yeah. Saves those kids.
Look at this guy. Look at him. He's just sitting there, not paying attention.
No, I'm not. I'm zoning out because I'm like, blah.
Come on, faded
I
ass.
don't have any. No, that's not why. I just don't have any input on this, like the fighting topic. I'm like, I don't care about fighting games, so I didn't say
Well, it's
anything.
time for you to start building some opinions
Shut
on
up,
it.
bitch. I have opinions about interesting topics, not this bullshit. The fuck, like Pokemon and how like finally Ash is he's finally out of it. Took his ass long enough. It's sad,
Yeah.
but congrats to him finally winning world champion, being the best. Now we have to wait for a new interesting main character.
I like how you congratulate Ash as if he's going to hear this and send you a personalized video like, hey guys,
That'd be
over
cool.
at For the Geeks, thanks very much for acknowledging that it took me 20 years of being 11 to finally win.
Me? Okay, you quoted me on that. It goes in the same category of like people that celebrate anime character birthdays. You're stupid. That's my opinion. You're fucking stupid. It's not a real person. Stop celebrating their birthday. The end. Okay? So that goes in the same category of me saying congrats to an imaginary character. Fuck you. All right? So whatever.
Can't wait till you celebrate the birth of an imaginary character somewhere that you love so much
I don't give a fuck.
and you fucking take a slip and I'm going to just dog you on that shit as
not
soon
gonna
as it
happen.
happens.
It's never. I don't celebrate imaginary people's anything. Nothing.
When is Vegeta's birthday?
I don't know. What the fuck? See, that's not important. Stupid.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
We see the lies in your eyes.
And it wouldn't apply either because they have a different time scale than we do. They use some. I don't know what their fucking year system is. I forgot what it's called.
It's called like age.
Yeah, there you go. Age. Like, that doesn't apply to us, so we wouldn't know. We don't have ages. Well, we have... No, we don't have ages.
Well,
I
you're
mean, we kind of.
Not anymore. Shh. There's no ages.
Technically, we're in the modern age.
No, modern is whenever time we're in. So it'll always be modern in whatever time we're in.
That's not necessarily true.
If we're in the if it's 100 years in the future and we're there, it's not the future. It's the modern because it's currently happening wherever the hell we are.
I don't know, maybe they may call it something cool, like we know we're the future. We're the future age. Fuck you.
Apparently, we are in the Meghalayan age.
The fuck does that mean?
It's a geological age.
Oh,
That sounds
okay.
Nordic. Sounds biblical. The Chilean age, where Lazarus came back.
Let's see. Or I guess digital age. I guess that's the
I mean,
current age.
Yeah, we've been there for like 20 years, but then again,
Yeah, but ages
a
last
while.
for a long ass fucking time.
Yeah, we've been here 32 years. That's 32 in age. Yep.
30 what?
32 in age. We've been here 32 years. Yeah.
When did the digital age start?
No, I meant we, as us. All three of
Oh.
us. The fuck?
Oh.
Just a really, really bad one.
Yeah, that was that one.
Hey,
Not even Drax's fast reflexes would have caught that.
it doesn't matter. I forgot what I was gonna say. So there's that.
You're talking about Ash and celebrating his. You're celebrating an imaginary character's achievement.
No, I'm not.
Is that
I'm
not
just
any worse than?
No. I'm stating what happened in Pokemon. I'm not celebrating. I'm just like, this is what happened in Pokemon because it's been on the air for 25 years. That was my first anime, which I remember saying in a previous episode. What was your guys' first Pokemon episode? Because I already explained mine in the anime one. Like
First one.
first one you ever saw.
The first one.
Oh, you. How the hell did you see the first one? Did you just know it was airing and then you watched it?
That was the first one.
I just watched and it was the first one.
Oh, you must have
turned
saw it on
TV,
WB.
and that's what happened.
You saw like the Kids WB premiere.
Probably.
Oh,
Maybe.
Okay, see, yeah, mine was like.
I saw
midway through
episode one
season.
first.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch the reruns on Channel 13. And then I would watch Dragon Ball Z because it came on up to like Frieza Saga. I'd
Yep.
watch Monster Rancher.
Oh man, I remember Monster Rancher.
Never
Inuyasha was on at the time. We pretty much had like Toonami.
Yeah.
On
oh yeah,
network.
all the time.
Tsunami was dope. Tsunami was an age in and of itself.
I mean, it's still here, still good.
It's a shell.
Eh,
Yeah, yeah.
it depends.
It's something to give
What is
people
Toonami?
anime.
What is its current schedule?
It's shit I've never heard of. Probably, I don't know.
No, not Adult Swim.
Don't
Oh, I guess it's Adult Swim. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's Adult Swim, but that's fine. Let's see. Where are we? Right now, what are they playing? Fooly Cooley.
Oh yeah, shell my ass.
Are they
There you
doing?
go.
Are they doing the original or are they doing the newer one?
If it just says FLCL, that's the original.
Also, Gendy Tartakovsky's
The fuck is that?
Primal, the guy who did Dexter. Yeah,
Oh, Primal. Oh, okay, that weird
yeah,
show.
Primal. What else? Oh, they're playing Made in Abyss. Interesting. Oh my
There
God,
you go.
Toonami nowadays is basically just Toonami from before with like a couple new anime.
That's what I said.
They've got Inuyasha, Naruto, and One Piece.
Yeah. Okay, well, One Piece makes sense, but
What?
oh my.
No, it's Shippuden. It's not Boruto.
Sometimes they have Boruto in there, but
Do they?
they
that's
had
sad.
it like a year ago. I know. They did like a couple years ago, I think.
They were doing the Promised Neverland for a little while.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they did Dr. Stone whenever that airs. They always keep up to date with whatever's coming out.
Oh,
That's
color
big.
me impressed then.
I don't want to color you, but okay.
I'm just surprised they're playing Yashahime.
What's that?
That's Inuyasha.
Oh, I never got into that anime.
I should put Spy Family on there.
They really should.
Oh.
They'd pull in so many viewers. So many.
What's that other one? Chainsaw Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other big one. I need to watch that.
You should. It's already done. You can go watch the first season.
I could, but I need to finish Peaky Blinders. That's more important.
Oh my god.
It's a good show. Shut up.
It's a good show, but you can watch other things. You just jackanate.
I'd rather stick to one, you know.
Your system for watching and playing things is astounding.
It is not. This is how it works for peeps that don't know. All right, right now I'm watching Peaky Blinders. Okay, every Friday I check for 1,000-Year Blood War arc episodes. Then every Saturday I check for My Hero Academia. Every Friday I check for Mythic Quest episode as well. So those 3 shows I'm watching. And then Peaky Blinders I normally watch. And then I'm not going to watch anything else. Nope.
How's Academia going? Because I totally fell off.
Oh, it's fucking great. You need to watch it. Like,
What part in it are you at? Have you caught up to where I'm at?
I'm caught up in the dub.
So you're not where I'm at then.
No, I don't read the manga.
I finished
Well-
like they were fighting this big ass thing in the woods.
Oh,
Yeah, Gigantomachia.
Gigantomachia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the current season?
I don't know. It could be pretty old because
No,
I mean that was like right at the
who was fighting him?
fuck.
Heroes or villains?
Was it Shigaraki?
Was it Madaya? Or yeah, it was Heroes. Yeah, they were. Oh no, yeah, because they were fighting to like improve themselves or something like that, and they had to get past him. I may be saying that wrong. Hold on, let me check.
They didn't fight.
Looking
They
thing.
learned about Gigantomachia this season. They didn't fight him.
Oh, so you guys are still you guys are still far behind.
The
What
only
the
one
hell?
that fought him was Shigaraki in the previous season. The current season is Shigaraki. Actually, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. But, yeah, League of Villains big in this season.
League of Villains big in the rest of the series.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, it was the villains fighting him in the foot. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah.
That was a good fight.
Previous-
I really liked that fight. I like that whole section of time where they told the villain story. That shit was really fucking cool.
You don't see that a lot in anime. They don't really explain a good story behind a villain usually. They just have like a one-off. But this is
Until they die.
yeah.
But yeah, basically.
Until they die. Then
You
here,
get like a little backstory.
You get that? You get the synopsis of my life real quick.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Let me tell you
When I was
why,
a child in a fishing village and the man stole my sheep.
Yeah.
or with
It
Jiren.
rained,
Fucking A. Or Jiren in Super, even though he's not really a villain. It's like, someone killed all my people. I'm angry. Right at the very end of the whole fucking
So
anime.
he was basically Vegeta if he actually did something about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Shut up.
I request a zinger to be put in there after that with the silence. I demand it.
Nah,
It
it's okay.
has to happen.
I'm not doing that. That's okay.
I'll find a way to make it happen. Don't you worry.
Vegeta did something. He beat the shit out of Frieza later on. So there you go.
Yeah, after Goku fucking bodied him and his future son bodied him.
Yeah, but Frieza also bodied Goku, and yeah. So Vegeta gets straight to the point, and then Akira's like, "No, we're not gonna give you the spotlight anymore." So, yeah, give it back to Goku. Great fucking movie.
It was a great movie.
So Seeger is the first person that I've actually talked to, or just seen really anywhere, that agrees with me that that movie was not good.
Yep.
I liked it, but that's because I'm a Frieza fan. I love
Oh,
Frieza. So
I'm sorry. I meant the
Battle
Cell
of
movie.
Gods.
No. Superhero.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
that was
Superhero.
not a good movie. No, it was terrible.
I didn't even bother watching it. I didn't think. Now that I know it's quote unquote canon, I might go watch it when it comes to Crunchyroll. But I don't know. I was never super excited for it. The premise of the story was just meh.
Oh.
I'm like, how often can a new Red Ribbon Army come back? Like,
It's the premise. Like this writing was bad, just like Battle of Gods. I hated the story in Battle of Gods. What, the god
Really?
of destruction gets angry because some fat pink fuck knocks over takes his custard, and he wants to blow up the earth? What the fuck? That, like, as an establishment for the character, that is stupid. Now that
that's
we know
literally
it's-
the basis of like every god in every mythology anywhere.
Yeah, but I don't like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. If
Zeus
it's like,
has done worse for less.
yeah, but He's not in this anime, so shh. Anyway, point is, when I first saw him do that, I thought he was a fucking idiot. Now we've seen him, more information about him during the entire anime. Now I understand why he's like that, because he's a fucking idiot. But now I get it. As a first appearance, it's terrible. It's a stupid reason to write a whole movie, in my opinion. But yeah, no, superhero it was terrible. The animation was great, but everything else was dumb. It was just to satisfy the Gohan and Piccolo fans. And now,
Interesting.
Now
You
the
liked
manga,
the animation.
Yeah, because it wasn't terrible CG like Berserk 2016 and 2017. Those will ever be entombed as the worst animated CG anime ever. You can't get any worse than that.
I can think of a handful of other worse animated ones.
Like what?
You remember this old show on Toonami called Reboot?
Yeah, but that's not anime. That's a cartoon. That was 2D.
It was 3D animation.
It was CG, and then there were 2D as well. Cartoon. It's a Western cartoon. It's not Japanese.
So?
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I'm getting confused with Johnny Quest. That also had bad CG. But no,
Johnny
yeah.
Quest got a reboot?
No. Johnny Quest had a CG animated section of the TV show. I was getting confused that with Reboot, but now I remember Reboot, the computer-based cartoon or CG cartoon thing.
Sure, Johnny Quest is the answer you're looking for?
Yes, because that's the other show that I was thinking of when you mentioned the CG. I literally just said that. That's the show I'm thinking of.
But Johnny Quest is the show you're thinking of.
Yes, Johnny
Like,
Quest
you're sure it's Johnny
has
Quest?
a CG cartoon that was on Cartoon Network. They would go into the virtual reality world. That's fucking Johnny Quest.
I don't remember that.
Oh my
but-
God.
I don't remember that either.
It's called Quest World. That's the place they go to.
I have to look this up. I didn't know
Johnny
there was
Quest-
another fucking series.
Yeah, it's Quest World from 1996 with Johnny Quest and all these other characters. How did you not see this in the 90s? It had a whole
Real
CG...
Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Yeah, see? It was about some AI
I remember
going rogue.
Nope.
the show because it had like the 80s look or early 90s look.
Yeah.
The other show.
Never watched this. Not once.
Wow.
Didn't even know it existed.
Basically, some old guy is like plugged into the VR world because he can't function in normal life, and he's trying to take over the Quest world and do shit to the world and whatever. And then Johnny Quest has to go in there and do shit. Yeah, that was the whole. I can't believe nobody's seen that. What the fuck?
Mm-mm.
It was cool.
You said Johnny Quest, and I immediately assumed you meant like old Johnny Quest, fucking Haji and him, fucking.
I mean, he's in there. So, yeah, they're all in there. But anyway, my point is the CG of Super is good. Like, the animation is good. It's totally fine. It's not like Berserk, which is terrible. I'm comparing the anime to anime, not so much Western cartoon to that. But the plot was fucking horrendous. Like, they just, yeah, like you said, they just wanted a reason to stick the Red Ribbon Army back in there and whatever. So I hope the next one isn't bad. I would love them to bring back the fucking TV series, but I don't know how much longer they're going to keep doing that manga in order to have that much, a lot of story.
Probably the Moro arc, if they don't turn it into a movie.
Well, yeah, Moro arc and Granola arc. I hope they don't turn it into a movie because there's a lot of shit to cover in there. They have enough for like 100 episodes right now because
I don't know about 100 episodes.
they had enough when they started
got
doing
enough.
the manga for Super. They had 133 episodes worth of content and the manga was still coming out. So I don't know why they don't fucking do that now. And they didn't change much.
If they're going by what they actually have right now, they've got maybe two like 12 episode seasons worth.
No.
Yes, those arcs were insanely short.
He's drawn out with fighting. That's what they
You
do anyway.
can draw it out with fighting, and that will still make for 12, 13 episodes.
Nah. I don't believe it.
Dude, there's like so very little, like maybe the Moro arc would get the full 24 episode like season like treatment, but the Granola arc is definitely either a movie or a 12 episode series. There's no way that arc is long.
Yeah, I guess the more arc you kind of draw out with more prisoners from the.
Yeah, exactly. You had the prisoners escaping, and you had that whole spiel of them going to the different places trying to find shit. Like, you can find ways to make the moral arc work as a whole full on season.
You're gonna have, what's his name? The cyborg stealing, the ability stealing.
Yeah,
Sub villain.
Cyborg 26 or 27 or whatever the fuck it was.
I thought it was 9. I don't remember.
There's like 2-3 or some shit like
yeah,
that.
2/3 or some shit like that.
Ah,
I don't remember the name.
whatever. All we know is there was a 2 in it somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they can make that one into a full on series. I don't think Granola deserves a whole full on series.
I do.
Speaking of that,
You do because you want 5 episodes of Ultra Ego fucking Vegeta, you
Oh
fucking
yeah,
fangirl.
dude. Fuck yeah, dude. He's a pimp. Of course.
the fucking so I still haven't got it yet, but in the manga where Vegeta goes Ultra Ego and Goku goes Ultra Instinct, and there's just like a big one-shot page of that,
Yeah.
and they just both powering up. That's just fucking, that goes hard.
It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
I need to
Oh
get
yeah.
close to that. 'Cause
That
it's
would
just-
look really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of terrible anime, or not terrible, anime,
So speaking of terrible fucking anime,
but I always thought Ruby was pretty cringeworthy to watch. I like the story, but like I just
Yeah.
I don't like
that one, yeah.
What?
generated Ruby.
Oh yeah, it got boring after a while.
Ruby was so good. I enjoyed it. I was like up to like season 5 or 6, and right before 6 came out, and I was like super into it. And then I had to wait, and I never went back. But like, I love the story of Ruby. It's so cool. I wish they had just done like an anime
Yeah.
or something else, because I would have appreciated it a lot more. But
Well, they have an anime now. It's yeah, they have an anime now.
they do.
Is
Yeah.
it based on the
It's I think it's a continuation. It's let me get the name. Ice Queendom. Yeah, they actually made it like more anime and less CG based. I haven't seen it yet. I'm pretty sure it's about the Weisses.
Probably. Which isn't bad, but I don't. Does it happen before Ruby or after Ruby?
I think it happens after Ruby.
The series was described as continuity adjacent, with opening episodes pulling from the first 2 seasons of Ruby,
Oh, okay.
and then launching into a new story set between the 2nd and 3rd season, but diverting off the core timeline.
I watched the first 2 to make it to just
Yeah.
see it look better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A little polished look.
I'll have to check it out.
That Nier anime is coming out though. Speaking of anime, I can't wait for that. Boss, you gotta watch that when it comes out, because I know you won't play the game. But Nier, I think is it called Nier Automata, or is it just Nier?
Yes, Nier Automata.
Okay, yeah, that'll be the new anime coming out, which is like, how do you summarize the game without spoiling it? I don't know how to, or the story, John.
I don't know.
I just have to send you the trailer. Yeah, I can't explain.
I was gonna say, I have no
Trailer's
idea how
funny.
you could how to explain it without ruining story.
I cannot say one sentence without telling you everything.
There are some that I just can't.
Post-apocalyptic androids fighting machines.
Okay,
okay.
that's a slug line, yeah, without revealing much. Okay.
Okay.
It's the same. It's basically the same story as the game, but with minor changes. That's what I read about it. And the voice actors should be the same as well, because it's being done by Square Enix, and I don't know that the animation company is, but yeah. So the game was successful. It's fucking great. But yeah, John hasn't fucking played it or bought it yet for some reason.
Debating. It's up for
Just buy it.
It's up for $40 right now.
Bruh, it is worth it at $40.
Mm,
It's neat.
debatable.
It has 26 different endings. Well, it has, yeah, different endings. You've never seen a game like that?
Yeah, we have.
What?
Maybe not 26, but Silent Hill 2.
Well, I never beat that game, but okay.
Yeah, well, there you go.
What do you
Undertale
mean? Huh?
Undertale had like 3 endings.
Yeah. Good
3.
ending, bad ending, and perfect or whatever.
Mass Effect
Like
is 3 endings.
What else is there? There are a bunch of games that have multiple endings. What the fuck are you talking about?
I said 26. I didn't say multiple. I said 26. There aren't any that have 26. Granted, there are only like 3 or 4 actual endings. Like, okay, this is the ending for this character. This is the ending for this character. The others are just like a title card that just tells you something. But it's 26 because the alphabet 26. That's what they created.
So there's actually 3 endings.
Yeah.
Cutscene endings. Everything else will give you little bits and pieces of story that you're just like, oh, I didn't know that. So it's gems like that. So shut up.
Oh, sniffles.
That's what I do. What else is on the docket?
I don't know.
I said
what else do you have to talk about? I know you said you had some things you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, well, I did, and I don't know how I feel about the direction Dragon Ball Super is going now, because they're focusing on going back to Super. They're focusing on Goten and Trunks for people that need to know and don't want to read the manga or whatever, and it's gonna focus around those 2 boys trying to be like fucking Gohan and be the next Saiyaman and whatever, which I find stupid. Like, they're just finding a reason to give a goofy story to the kids at this point. So I don't.
I'm here for it. I haven't even gotten through the chapter, and I'm here for it.
The only thing I like so far is Trunks hitting on Mai. That's funny because it plays on the alternate timeline, Trunks and Mai from Super.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah. That's fair.
Hopefully that works out. Ship them. That's good. Fucking Emperor Pilaf is hilarious because now he's working for fucking Bulma and shit. Some employee, which is funny.
Makes sense.
But other than that, like, I never really cared about those 2 characters. Gotenks was cool, and that's about it. I'd like to see a teenage successful fusion of Gotenks, maybe.
Oh, we'll
That'd
get
be
there.
cool.
We'll get there.
It'll be like
You don't throw Goten and Trunks into a story and not get them to fuse. There will be a reason for them to fuse sometime in the near future.
I mean, they didn't fuse in Bio Broly where they should have. They would have beaten him.
Yeah, because Bio Broly isn't canon, asshole.
It doesn't matter. You said you don't give them a story and have them not fuse. That's a story. They didn't fuse. Just
To be fair, when you're fighting Broly, you don't really have a chance to fuse. It took Goku and Vegeta did not use the fucking fusion dance to fight Broly. They used Patara. Patara is instant.
No, they didn't. They fused to fight Broly. They did the dance. Vegeta.
Oh, you're
never
right. You're
fought
right. You're
Broly.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Of course I am. I'm the guru. But still,
No, you're not.
Anyway,
You're not always right, and I'm not going to let you believe that.
With Dragon Ball, I am. So anyway, when it came to Bio Broly, I was waiting for them to fuse, and they fucking didn't. Just like with Return of Metal Cooler or whatever the movie was called. I thought they were gonna fuse to beat him. Nope, they didn't, and that I hated that the entire time. They could have fused, but they just didn't to beat him.
Did they know the fusion dance at the time of Bio Broly?
See, that's what I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
a good question.
I don't know when that was inserted in because that's during the Buu saga, even though it's not
Because he would have had to
canon.
be Super Buu at that point, and that's
Yeah.
pretty deep saga.
Yeah.
And I think the Bio Broly is like just after the Cell games, or like just after the 7-year time skip.
It says that Bio Broly released between episodes 232 and 33, which was right in the heat of the Buu saga. It takes place after the conclusion of the World Martial Arts Tournament, while the rest of the Z Fighters are facing Buu.
Okay.
So it is.
So they didn't know the fusion dance yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Goku hadn't taught it to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense then.
I didn't put that together when I was younger. I was just like, eh. But anyway, blah blah blah.
I don't know. I just if they get one good teenage Gotenks, then all right, cool, and then fuck them. I don't care.
That sucks because I really like Goten as a character. I always liked Goten. I don't know why. I just thought he was like the coolest fucking thing in the world.
He's not the right character. I just don't want to really see him fighting if it's not gonna be. If you're not gonna, same with Gohan. Even like if that's not the character that's going to like kick ass and it's just gonna go back to Goku or go back, yeah, pretty much go back
Yeah.
to Goku. Let's just get it out of the way.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's why
okay,
Yamcha's
yeah.
out of the
I
picture.
see that.
Because he'll fight for like 2 seconds, get his ass beaten. He's useless,
Gonna need a Senzu for that one.
basically.
It would be really awesome if they just like if they just went and like just went full send on someone else defeating the main villain. If it's Gotenks, fuck, that'd be dope.
Or Vegeta, because Vegeta needs to
Excuse me.
beat.
Or
them.
Vegeta.
That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
if it was Vegeta even, that'd be dope.
He gets
like-
spotlights, but not the spotlight. That
Like,
needs
go
to
on.
happen.
Goku doesn't have to get bodied, but like maybe for some reason he's just like out of action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's OP as fuck now, so.
Another mysterious heart disease.
That's stupid shit.
He got trapped on the planet of he got trapped on Winston's planet or something. And
Yeah.
Beerus's planet. Yeah.
Trapped on the planet of I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh,
Of endless fighting.
I was gonna say, the superhero movie. Actually, another thing I liked is they've canonized Android 21 basically, and they explained who Android 16 was. Yeah,
Really? Okay.
yeah,
I thought it was just a copy of Dr. Zero's son.
yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's a copy of Jiro's son, and then 21 is the copy of his dead wife as well. Which because before we didn't know who the hell.
Oh, they brought
16
21
was.
into it?
Yeah, it looks exactly like his dead wife, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's definitely canon.
I thought 21 was a DB Fighter Z character only.
It was. So
Uh,
we haven't seen literally Android 21, but the image is there. That's like this is his dead wife, and it's just like okay, well, he definitely built a model. We just haven't seen it, but this is what it's based on. Because they did that because he did that with 16. But I still think it's cool because now we know who 16 is. In 17 and 18, we only knew these are just people he transformed into cyborgs, technically, not androids. But
I thought we got that explanation that 16 was his dead son.
not in Z.
I'm pretty sure we did because how would I have known that?
Before what? Sorry, you cut out.
I said, how would I have known that before you started talking about it now?
No idea. You probably saw it.
Was that in Fighters at all?
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, I didn't play much of Fighters. I got my ass beat and quit. I don't know. I'd have to fact check that somewhere. But anyway, what was I going to say? John, do we have anything planned that we could talk about for the cast that's going to happen next year? Any ideas?
We have absolutely no fucking idea what's going to happen next year. But,
Well, I mean, like the whole convention thing. Like going to conventions for content.
oh, that's not till way later.
What do you mean way later?
Well, not till like June.
It's not way later.
That's 6 months. That's literally 6 months from now.
It'll go by quickly, like a fart. It'll be fine.
Do you say that, but
Yeah.
do you believe it? I don't think so. Anyways,
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, we are planning to do some live conventions and go do some actual stuff out there in the real world, like normal people and touch grass. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for all of our stuff. We'll talk more about it after our big meeting in the beginning of the new year.
Yeah.
And we'll get everything settled down, tacked away. That way we have a little roadmap to give you guys at home. So that way you know what to expect from us for the coming year
Coming.
of all the For the Geeks content.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you had?
Not off the top of my head. No.
Sissy. Is there anything you want to talk about, boss?
How do you guys feel about? I don't know if you talked about it before, but like, I not even as a Magic player, just as a collectible enthusiast, has been following the whole 30th anniversary fiasco. And
Is it a fiasco?
Yeah,
What's happening?
Well, so they released this 30th anniversary edition of cards that they said they weren't going to reprint, like Time Walk and Black Lotus and like all this cool shit.
Oh, Black Lotus.
They re-released Black Lotus. Woo!
And this just happened like a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And Wizards of the Coast was getting all this backlash from like Magic players saying like,
Yeah.
gonna kill the market. And the funny thing is, the cards are non-tournament playable. So,
Oh.
like, they literally
Ah,
say on the card, like, you can't use these. So
Ah.
they're really just like purposeless.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
they're selling them in packs, like 6 packs, booster packs with like a couple cards that cost $1,000.
Wow.
The
And
fuck?
so it's a total cash grab. And what ended up happening was nobody bought them. And there was like a limited run and nobody bought them. So now they're sending them off to like Amazon and different places to try and get rid of them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So on the end of like the players and stuff, they succeeded in just like not getting it traction, because otherwise, if it did happen, then that would just give Wizards of the Coast more reason to just print more bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna release this, we're gonna release this. I say that to say Yu-Gi-Oh is coming out, and I think this is a little bit better. Konami's gonna release in July the original booster pack skin.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dragon, Metal Raiders,
Oh my
Feral
god.
Servant.
That's pretty cool.
I remember
And
those. Fuck.
as opposed to every other fucking thing that they release, because like everything has there's just like all types of 25th anniversary stuff and
Oh yeah.
out. And you don't know what's gonna like get more or have more value in the future.
Mhm.
But I think even just not even as like a collectible, I think just the nostalgia of having Legend of Blue Eyes booster pack again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be Magic Ruler; it'll be Spell Ruler now. But the Spell Ruler booster pack, that just seems awesome. What do you guys think about like just trading cards in general, like collectibles and shit?
Well, I mean, I've always been a fan of Magic the Gathering. I stopped playing Magic the Gathering Arena a long time ago because the Arena is the PC and mobile game that basically copied Hearthstone. It's fantastic, but Wizards decided to deviate from real cards and make a whole bunch of digital cards for the game, thus making it boring to me and Ryan when we were playing it, because a whole bunch of shit in there doesn't coincide with any of the real cards, and they have special abilities, which is like, it's a completely different game. And on top of that, they keep releasing boosters way too fast to keep up with the meta to play, and because the meta always changes. And then they have a bunch of crossovers, which I find stupid. Like you said earlier, this is a cash grab technique. You know, they have fucking Fortnite and Magic the Gathering now. They have fucking Transformers and Magic the Gathering. They have Castlevania. I think it's Castlevania.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, they have all this weird shit just in Magic. I'm like, this isn't Magic anymore. This is some weird hybrid new game, and I've hated it ever since they started doing it. The first couple were cool when they mixed it with D&D, because it's like, okay, that's the same company. This is cool, the same theme. But then you have fucking robots, Transformers. That doesn't make any sense lore-wise to the fantasy shit. That's sci-fi. And the only thing sci-fi about Magic is like the artifacts, like artifact cards, because it's robots and shit. But I don't like how the direction they're going with that, and I don't like what you just said, what they did with the cash grab with the new anniversary deck. That's stupid. As much as I love Magic the Gathering and to have a Black Lotus would be cool, I wouldn't buy those packs because they're stupid. But I might do the Yu-Gi-Oh one just for fun, because I remember Metal Raiders and all that, so that's cool. I have my cards around here somewhere in like protected cases and shit.
Did they have some kind of story for those crossovers, or are they just saying like, "Oh, here's the cards"?
Oh, they'll write out
know.
They'll write out a story. They'll be like, here's the story about how they entered, Magic the Gathering, and then a lot of it like nobody cares. Like what's coming out next is Assassin's Creed in 2024, Final Fantasy, fucking all this other stupid shit that somehow they're like, oh, Ezio made it into this world. Now he's fighting slivers or whatever the fuck they're gonna have. They need to add Eldrazi. They're too powerful, but that'd be
Nah, we're good with slivers. We need to bring back sliver decks.
No, fuck slivers. We need to bring in Eldrazi. They're better.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They're
Slivers
gods.
were the
Slivers
shit,
are for
dude.
Bitches. Those
Slivers were the shit.
stupid.
I had a green white sliver deck that was fucking awesome
They
for the
have,
longest time.
Well, they have a sliver deck available. It's multicolor. In order to maximize it, you need all 5 colors, and then like the big heavy hitter is I forgot what it's called, but continue anyway.
I don't know. I mean, re-releasing decks sounds good to me, honestly. I think it's fine as long as you're not re-releasing cards that you've already promised the community, like you said, that aren't going to be re-released. Even if you re-release them and say not tournament playable on it, it's still kind of going back on your whole word of being like, oh yeah, we're not gonna bring this ever back out. Don't worry, you've got something special on your hands. And then all of a sudden you're playing with your friends one Friday night, you're all drinking, and somebody else pulls out a Black Lotus on you. And you're just like, well, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Or a Soul Ring.
So it's just like, I get it. That's frustrating. It's good that the community banded together in a way to get stuff to happen. Because realistically, as players, as community members in the respective communities that we adhere to, we don't have a lot of say most of the time when companies do things like this. The only thing we can do is boycott, basically. And if you don't boycott, if everyone doesn't boycott, it doesn't work. So it was nice to see the community stood together for this whole fiasco, as you said, and really like put an end to it in a way. With the Yu-Gi-Oh ones, I'm totally fine with it though, because there are a bunch of old cards for my Dark Magician deck that I need that don't get printed in newer packs that I need it from older packs. So I'm desperately waiting for those to come back. Because I don't want to pay fucking $15 a fucking booster pack to find a fucking magician soul. It's stupid as shit.
Yeah.
What's do you guys have any of your old Yu-Gi-Oh cards in collection?
Yeah. Why do you think I don't want to spend $15 on a pack to finish out my deck?
I don't, but I've been playing a lot of Master Duel since that happened.
Oh yeah, Master Duel was the shit, dude.
Yeah, that game. I mean, yeah, it's just it got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh, and
Yeah.
it's fun. Even though it's still behind on packs, but I mean, it's,
Yeah.
What was,
I mean, as long as you have fun with the game, that's all that matters.
oh yeah. And there's even like cards on there that you can play that are on the current ban list. So
Yeah.
for
like you can. I think they had some event too where you like all the ban list cards were playable.
Ooh.
And you can make like decks with like Pot of Greed and shit. And I was like,
Oh my god.
oh boy, that
Yeah.
fucking card. What decks did you guys have, like the physical ones back in the day? What was your preferred build? With the Yu-Gi-Oh
beatdown.
card? What is
Just
that?
like so you just get like a bunch of like you get like Legends, Battle Oxes, one Summon Skull, maybe Blue Eyes, but you don't really want to go to 2 summons,
Okay, I understand.
and just stop the other player from tribute summoning.
Oh,
That's
okay. That's
sick.
like a red deck in Magic. Nice and quick.
Yeah.
What about
I'm
you?
a dark.
Dark Holes and you can play. I don't know how many copies of Dark Hole you can play right now. But
I think you get one.
Yeah, I
One?
think you just get one.
I think so.
play like 3 Pot of Greeds, fucking
3
MST,
Raigekis.
3 Raigekis, yeah, 3 Change of Hearts. Like what the?
Oh
fuck?
my god.
Oh man, Monster Reborn. You're good.
Monster Bullet Soul Exchange, like yeah, by the time like they have so many awesome cards, you could just like almost deck out your card full of just like monster steals and
Oh yeah.
Mm.
and then have like like 10 monster cards, and then just run people up.
OG Yu-Gi-Oh was the wild wild west of card games.
Oh hell yeah. Fucking
That shit was not balanced.
no. People come up with rules out of their ass too all the time. I think for me, if I remember correctly, I had 2 different decks. I had a relinquish based deck, which some guy gave me a list of cards to play with, and I learned how to weave them in and shit. And then my favorite one was Skull Layer. If you guys remember that card, that was the trap card you can activate, and if you wanted to kill, a summoned skull that's like 6 stars, you'd have to exile 6 cards from your graveyard from the game in order to kill the 6 star, which I always found cool about that deck. It's just a bunch of throwaway cards, so you can single target monsters and just wipe them out that way. Yeah, those were my decks. John, what about you?
I had in true Dark Magician Scout to the end. Never play. Back in the day, I only played Dark Magician. Now I play a couple other things just because I have fun playing them. But most of the time, if I'm being serious, I play my Dark Magician deck.
Okay.
Unless there's like a hard like anti-meta cap to me, then I'll play my Spirit Tamers. Spirit Tamers is so much fun. They're so cute.
I've been watching the YCS series, or at least I saw the one. There was one in Pasadena like in November, and I saw it. They're like streaming on YouTube, and apparently like the new Ishizu decks are like breaking the game and like causing a whole bunch of time limit wins because like you have to go so long in doing your plays, like excavating your deck.
Yeah.
So like you're just constantly triggering effects back and forth and excavating your graveyard.
Oh my
and then
God.
Oh,
card in the
jeez.
graveyard
Infinite
triggers
loop.
effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gets you
And so
stuck. Gets you stuck, and now all of a sudden, the time's up.
You'll have like
Infinity
a 15-minute turn, and then like okay, then it goes to the next guy.
The next guy puts down 2 cards. I'm done.
That's like there was a deck I had in Magic. I called it the time warp deck. It was the whole purpose of it was to use this card, Panoptic Mirror and Time Warp. Panoptic Mirror, you tap enough mana, it copy and you exile a sorcery card, and you can copy it at the beginning of your turn. And Time Warp was a turn skipping card. So whenever it activated, you get another turn. So whenever I did that, the person would just leave because they'd never get a turn anymore. It's a good
That sounds
deck.
super broken.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Just realized I forgot to turn my camera light on the whole time.
It doesn't matter. You look fine to me on the screen, so you'll be good for the.
I've been leaning forward this whole time. I'm usually way back here.
Oh.
I'm usually like relaxed and chilling, but this whole time I've just been up here, right here.
Oh.
I like the green light.
Huh?
Is that green? I like the green light.
Yeah.
Yes, it is green. Thank you. I refuse to go expensive and get actual LED strips to put around the room. So I have this big spotlight that Joey gave me that does colors. So I use that to give me full color background.
But you'll pay X amount of money for a new PC.
Well, yeah, because the PC is absolutely necessary.
So with
The lights are not absolutely necessary.
Yes, it's just like a skin. If you get a skin,
Look.
you win. Remember?
He says that, but what does he do with his background? He fucking blurs it out.
I don't give a fuck about my background. The hell? The fuck? I don't have a big enough green screen for that shit. And we're not using Zoom either.
See, he wants to use it. He wants to green screen his background so he can be out in space like all
Yeah.
those other Star Trek nerds.
Because I'm not going to fucking live here forever, so I'm not putting anything on the wall.
You could put up a light.
The
LED
light's
strips
over
go on
here.
so easy.
I don't want LEDs.
They're
in
so
my room.
easy.
I don't want them in
Yeah,
my
see,
room.
then so why are you complaining?
What do you mean? I'm talking about you because this is your fucking shit. I don't
All I
need
hear
LED. You said,
is
I don't
somebody
have the money
crying.
for LED strips. I'm not bitching that I don't have them, so what the fuck?
Of course I don't have the money. I just bought a bunch of PC parts.
Now you're looping it around. You're an asshole. God damn.
Did he just pull the "This is your show" card?
What is that? I don't know.
I think he did.
I don't know what that is.
Or you just basically say like, I don't know, this is your show.
Yeah. Yeah. The fuck?
Oh man.
Bitch. Damn.
Got anything else for us, Mr. Sniffles?
No, not off the top of my head. I don't know.
I don't know if there's anything else.
No, we covered a bunch.
Yeah,
At least your
Well-
boss will be here for future casts, so that's good.
that is good. That'll be fun.
Yay.
I need more people for the game stuff because fucking somebody doesn't like to talk about things he doesn't feel like talking about.
I don't know who that. Yeah, Brooks. Yeah.
How the hell do you not like to talk about games? You okay?
Seeger
so-
fucking hates talking about games, apparently.
No. What are you talking about? You need to be specific as to what I don't like talking about.
He doesn't like talking about current news in relation to games and the games media industry.
It depends on what it is.
Exactly. No, that's
Like,
a no.
okay, here.
No, that's a no. That's a no.
I'll give an interesting gaming topic that doesn't pertain to either of you because you don't play MMOs. There's a game called Ashes of Creation, which I talked about with Ryan. And
Yeah.
it pisses me off. I said this on my stream before, and you'll probably say something because you know about the gaming industry, John. But what pisses me off is when people use the excuse, it's going to take a couple years because it takes a while to make a game. No. Shut the fuck up. If you have a brand new company like Pearl Abyss in 2010. It took them 4 years with a small company to make the fantastic game Black Desert Online, a $10 MMO that is massive as fuck, and now goes for $1 on sale. And it's a one-time purchase. Okay, you're telling me people Kickstarter, like Star Citizen, can't finish their fucking MMO, and people are like, oh, it's going to take a while to make this game. Like, they've raised several $1 million, like 50, 60, 70 off of crowdfunding, and they still haven't released it, and it's been in production since 2010. And then 2017, Ashes of Creation's been in production. It's still in alpha. And it pisses me off that people still think these games are coming out when they're not, because they're subjected to feature creep and bullshit like that, and they just want more of your fucking money, and it's never going to come out. Whereas, again, another small company did it without crowdfunding and made a successful game as a brand new IP, as opposed to, if Blizzard or Square made a new MMO. So that argument is no longer valid in my eyes, the game community, at least in this category. Because if one company can do it, shut the fuck up. So yeah, there's gaming news right there, fool. Because Ashes of Creation, there was a developer stream or whatever saying what's coming out next for their next stage of the alpha. And it's already been in an alpha for 5 fucking years. Like, come on already. Anyway, yeah,
DayZ's been standalone as an alpha since 2013. Rust has been somewhere around the same time. I think 14 or 13.
That's so pathetic. It doesn't take
And
that
both
long.
of those games are really good. Very well loved by the communities.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So your argument for why games stay in alpha for a long time is absolutely irrelevant.
No, it isn't. Because if you can get a game out of alpha with a small team, like with Pearl Abyss, then you can fucking do it with all these other games that have less employees and more money.
Less employees and more money does not mean that the level of skill that each of these employees has is similar to other people.
Then fucking hire them if they have more money. Rust has made more money. Well, it did. It had more money when it was out compared to starting with Pearl Abyss having a budget for BDO because they were going for a longer time. Anyway, BDO came... An Unreal Engine 4 MMORPG was finished in a 4-year time span with a small company, and Rust still isn't done. They've got more money than Pearl Abyss did when they started BDO, and they're not even close to done for some fucking reason. So yeah, at least Valheim is looking like it's going to be finished, within a year or two. But another small company that's made millions of dollars. So I don't know what the fuck the problem is with these companies, like and people saying that they need more time. They don't need more time. They're just being lazy and stealing your money. That's why you don't buy early access. No,
you assume these things. In some cases, you're right. Some cases, yes, the early access bullshit is a cop off, and people get away with a lot of money because of it. But there are definitely situations where running the alpha, like with Baldur's Gate 3. They're running the early access alpha, blah, 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 because the way they're talking about it is because, we've seen what good the community does in helping us create and finish a game when we're running things like this in early access with your community-driven input into the game development as we go along with it. No,
I agree.
So some games staying in alpha is for the reason of being there to have the community give them the input they need.
But
doesn't matter about the money they're making because Baldur's Gate's going to make a lot of money.
No, I know
it's
that.
A big game. It's a big name game.
It works for Baldur's Gate because we know Larian finishes their games. They finished and released Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. So we know they have a history of completing games. Then you have these Rust, they don't have a history of completing it. They're still working on it. They're still working on Star Citizen. They're still working on Ashes of Creation, Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, Camelot Unchained. There's no fucking proof to be like, here's money, when you haven't presented me proof that you can finish the fucking game on time. So yeah, it worked for Larian. It's fine for early access because they have the proof. Same with my time at Sandrock, because my time at Porsche came out. I bought that in early access the year it was coming out, and then it came out, and I'm like, okay, this is a fantastic game. So yeah, there's no proof, then you don't deserve, any of the money because you suck and you're taking too fucking long. But whatever.
To be fair, Bohemia Interactive, the guys who did DayZ, did release other games in the time that they've been working on DayZ. So DayZ, in my opinion, games like DayZ and Rust are definitely games as a service, and they just don't talk about it as being games as a service. They call it alpha because games as a service instantly implies that you're going to be releasing out battle passes. You're going to be releasing out some kind of seasonal roadmap that you have to follow down to the T. Whereas you can put it out early access / alpha, let it ride, fix the game up over time. Because realistically, the polish takes all of I don't know what, maybe a year at most or two to really get on into the game.
Yeah.
To really get those graphics running on the engine how you would. It doesn't take that long. Building the game up takes a lot longer. Right. Finding the bugs in a game, and especially games as ambiguous as permadeath, open world looter shooter. Mm-hmm. There's just so much that goes into the building and development of these kinds of games. Yes, BDO did it in 4 years, but that's an MMO. It's got a set standard, and it goes by exactly what it is. There's differences in the types of games that are being made.
I know, but the complexity is more for an MMO because you have to constantly service a game that's going 24/7 because that's how MMOs are. They only come down once a week for maintenance, but the other 7.5 days or whatever, or 6.5 days, it's running 24/7 or 24/6.5, whatever. So it's still more work than if you worked on Rust. Rust is not an Unreal Engine 4 game. You don't have thousands and thousands of people on one server or multiple servers that you can jump on over to like MMOs. It's a lot less work and it's taking a lot more time to be done for whatever the fuck reason. So, that's just one example, is Rust. But like all the other early access games that just haven't come out after 4 years, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely a conversation for the Games Cast.
You see?
Which maybe if somebody would read the news every day, we could have a little bit more.
Bitch.
Then why aren't you on the Gamecast?
Shut the fuck up. That's why, okay?
It seems like there's some gaming companies kind of have the get rich quick models.
Oh yeah, there are some out there that put out their Kickstarters, put out their GoFundMe's, and hey man, we're gonna make this game. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Give us your money. Like sure. We like this. We want this. Yeah. 5 years later, what happened to the game? What happened to the company?
Yeah.
Where's my money?
There's 2 games that did that I know off the top of my head. Chronicles of Illyria, an MMO I was gonna buy. The creator just stopped production, took all the money, and closed the Kickstarter. And people tried to sue him for doing that, and he's like, you signed a thing giving me money on whatever progress I was going to make. There was no promise of me returning money if the game didn't come out, and people got upset about it. But they weren't able to sue him because of that loophole. Because
why do you read the agreements?
Exactly.
The loophole being a contract?
The contract. Yeah, they didn't fucking read. And then there's one called Raw, which was supposed to be like a better version of GTA, which I was going to look at and buy. But they also just turned off all their media and stole the money. And they got away with it somehow, which is it's pathetic. This is why I don't give money to Kickstarters anymore. Like, it's too fucking risky.
I don't give money to Kickstarters for digital things. For physical things like board games, I'll give them money.
The only one I contributed to 2 of them. I contributed to Video Game High School because I trusted Freddie Wong because he was, big YouTube name at the time and I knew he would complete his shit. And Video Game High School was a great web series. It was fantastic. I have seasons 1 and 2 in 48 frames per second somewhere in the internet on one of my
48
clouds.
frames per second.
That's how he filmed it, and it was good.
I thought it was funny that was the go-to, like in 48 frames per second.
48 frames per second, because you won't find that on YouTube. No high frame rate there. But anyway, and then the other one was Viva La Dirt League creating their new office building in New Zealand. They had like a goal of like 100K, and their initial goal of 100K. They made $3 million, and I just contributed to that, and I got right here, this cool mug here. I was like, did I show you this? And you lift it up and it's that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wants to be a ball sack.
You got to have the ball sack on the middle fingers, because if you don't have the ball sack, it's just not the same.
But yeah, those are the only two that I contributed to because I knew that they were gonna complete shit. Going back to the game thing. So yeah, Kickstarter's.
So that's
risky.
your main coffee mug right there.
That's what.
That's why you don't use the other coffee mug because you're using.
No, I don't use this either. This sits on my. I don't drink coffee. Usually, like I'll just drink it once a week. But if that's coffee bean, I just drink sparkling ice, or I drink out of this. I drink out of my vacuum seal bottle. I don't really drink out of cups anymore. Yeah.
Drinking out of cups.
Yeah, because you can knock it over and it can spill, and it doesn't stay cold. You had to really quickly. Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But
I usually take about an hour and a half to finish a drink.
What the fuck? Why?
No, I'm saying it's like you're talking about it doesn't stay cold. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah. Well, because I forget sometimes to drink it when I'm doing something on my computer.
Oh, fuck my juice.
Yeah. I'll look over and be like,
coffee.
oh, I'm going to drink it. And then it's like tepid. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I'll pass. Is that the right word? Tepid? I don't know. Lukewarm.
Yeah.
That's the word. Yeah.
close enough.
Yeah.
But that's all the time that we've got
Yes.
for today.
Not a 2-hour episode today.
I would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Boss for showing
Thank
up.
you, buddy.
It was very cool to have you on. Of course, we look forward to having you on for more episodes in the future.
Yes.
We will be doing a big reveal of our roadmap sometime in the beginning of next year, so stay tuned for that, folks. Until then, for those of you who stuck around and listened all the way through, thanks again for tuning in. Again, this is the For the Geeks podcast, where once every week we get around to talking to each other about some stupid shit, some cool shit, some random shit, any shit that comes to mind, really. Some of the stuff that we talk about could be controversial. It could be mind-boggling. But we won't know until we get there, and neither will you. So make sure you go ahead and click that like and subscribe button on YouTube for the videos. Click on our podcast where you can get everywhere on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google for some weirdos out there. Whoever you are, we've got it for you. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe to our Twitch where we do streams every once in a while. Last night I did a very stream of God of War Ragnarok with Brooks. It was fun. So go check that out. Go ahead and run over to twitch.tv/forthegeeksgames. Subscribe to us there. And if you want to support us further, just follow us on all of our social media stuffs. You can find us on Instagram and on Twitter @forthegeeks with 2 S's at the end. Or on YouTube by searching For the Geeks, youtube.com/forthegeeks podcast. We have links live on our Twitch bio and in our YouTube, and they will be added in here on our link tree. So go ahead and click those, find those. If anybody wants to find you guys anywhere, if you have a social media presence at all, where can anyone find you?
Me, that's Seeger VFX on Instagram or @SeegerPlays on Instagram and Twitch. Yeah, and Twitter.
Do you have a social media presence, boss?
No, yeah, don't find me. You're talking about youtube.com/com/. Can't find me.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, thanks again for coming in. Thanks for everyone for listening. We'll catch you guys
In the new year.
in the new year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Maybe by next week. Next week we'll have an episode. We gotta plan out our meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah, as always, have a good one.
That's
Happy
not
New
the
Year.
slogan, but all right. Booby lips.